Hello. Hi, guys. Today we can learn about dimensions and measures. Before that, when we learn dimension, what is dimension and what is measure. Before that, we need to learn what is data warehouse and what is master table and transaction table. If you see most of the students, I can see those are students only when you learn Tableau or any other tool, they are directly jump into advanced concept. So it's my suggestion, like if you know basics, like let's say when you work with the Tableau, every day you can see these dimensions and measures and continuous versus discrete, master table, transaction. Every day you need to work on these keywords or else these words. So before that you need to learn basics. It will be helpful for you. Okay, so today we can learn what is data warehouse, why data warehouse will what is the relationship between dimension table and measures and discrete words context. Let's say what is data warehouse. Data warehouse is a always, let's say this is you can see this is data warehouse. It is a, you can think this is a container. In this container have information. Where information, what is information? You need, see, you have one business. On that business you have daily transactions, daily revenue, all these things stored. Where it is stored, you need to store in one warehouse. That is, this is the data warehouse. In this data warehouse always information gets stored in the form of master table and transaction table. Data warehouse, warehouse. Yeah, the warehouse. Okay, in this data warehouse we have master table and we have transaction table. Transaction table. Yes. What is master table? What is transaction table? In the data warehouse, we have the content. See, let's say simple example. You have one business. In that business, you have daily transactions. Okay, so you can get the revenue every month on month. So as a business owner, you need to know about what is the transactions every month, what is the revenue, you are in the profit or else you are in the loss. Okay, so for that what you need to do the analysis. How you analysis? It based on the every month every day transactions, right? So you need to analyze these transactions. How you analyze? You can store the information some something some warehouse or else some database, nothing. So after that you can in this warehouse you can pull the pull the data from BI tools like Tableau, Power BI. You can analyze the your business, right? So this is the where you can store the data or information. That is data warehouse. In data warehouse always information gets stored in data warehouse. Always information get stored in the form of master table and transactional table. Guys, please ignore while I'm doing the spelling mistakes, because you need to learn the concept, not spellings, right? So just ignore that spellings. Okay. What is data warehouse? Okay. What is Data, data warehouse. Yes, you can understand, right? In data warehouse, always information gets stored in the form of master table and transaction table. You can see this is data warehouse. In this data warehouse, mention information will store like a master table and transaction table. You got that point, right? Okay. Now you may have one doubt. What is master table? What is transaction table? Okay. What you learn so far in master table, like a data warehouse, we can save the information. Okay, right? Information, how this information will save, like master two tables, one master table, another one is transaction table, right? In the master table, what type of data will store in the master table, what type of data store in the transaction table, we can learn. Okay, in the master table, the table which contains the information about the business known as the master table. Let's say we have master table. Okay, in that master table, what kind of data? Information about data. In this master table, we contain the information about business as known as the master table. Okay, so info about business. Okay, information contains primary keys. In master table, we have what kind of information we can store in the master table, we can learn. After that, I will show one example. In that example, you can easily understand what is master table, what is transaction table. Okay, so before that, we can see in these tables what we have. Information about business contains contains primary key plus numerical information. Info, what numerical info. In the master table does not allow duplicates. Got it? In master table, we have info about business. Okay, after that we have primary key and numerical key. Okay, contains does not allow any duplicates. Okay, what is master table? It contains information about business is known as master table. Master table always contain unique information. How this unique information will store using primary key. Got it? Okay, now we can discuss about transaction table. What is transaction table? Transaction table, which contains the metric information known as the table. If you see transaction table have one, you can consider one table. In this table which contains metric information is known as transaction table. This table contains metric info. Okay, it allows duplicates. Okay, it allows duplicates. uh, uh, in the transaction table contains foreign key plus numerical info. Okay, and it allows duplicates. Okay, right. Now I can show one example, you can understand. Yeah, you can see. Now we have two tables. One is order table, another one is product table. Let's say you have one business. In that business, you have some products like laptop, keyboard, monitor, mouse, and this is under category. Which category? Laptop under electronic category, keyboard category under accessories, monitor under electronics, and mouse under accessories. These are the categories. This is product IDs. Based on the product ID, we can analyze the products. Ignore the all those things, just understand what transaction table, what is dimension table, that's it. Okay, so in this table, order table and product table, consider you are selling these products, you have the business, in that business you have these products, and daily transactions you have the one order table. This is product table, this is order table. See, already we can talk about master table, right? In the master table, what we have in the contains information about business. This is business information, right? So product name, category, these are the business information. Without this business information, how can you know how much sales you can get, how much quantity you can get, right? So if you know these information you have, then only you can analyze your business, right? So this is what information, this is business information. Okay, you have business information, right? But you need to transactions also, right? Without transaction, without sales information, without how much quantity information, how can you quantitative, you can analyze the data. You are in you are in profit, you are in loss, right? So that you can you need to have quantity data, sales data, profit or loss data, right? This is the measures. So this is transaction. These are the transactions. So here sales and quantity have like a kind of transaction table, product name, category under uh, the master table. Okay, under master table we have what is it? Product name and category. Under transaction table, what we have? Sales, quantity, these are. So see, now you can tell me in dimensions we have product name under category, region, product ID, order ID, customer ID, order ID, product ID. All these things are under the dimensions. This is we can call master table. Okay. In measures, what we have, this is transaction table. Transaction table, also called measure table, master table, also called dimension table. In transaction table, we have sales and quantity. Now you can get the idea, right? We have data warehouse. Data warehouse is a container. In that container we store the information. In that information we have how we store the information, like master in the two tables, master table and transaction table. What is master table? Master table and also called as a dimension table. In the master table we have info about the business. It contains primary key and numerical key and does not allow duplicates. And transaction table, it contains metric information. It allows duplicates and foreign key, right? So now I think you can understanding what is what is transaction table, what is master table, right? So see, in master table we can call as a parent table, and transaction table we can call as a child table. Okay, now we can see what is dimension and what is measure. Already you know the basic difference, basic understanding transaction and dimension table, right? So let's say dimensions. What is dimension? Dimensions about qualitative data. Measures is a quantitative data. Same example, if you check here, this is quantitative. Product name, category, these are quantitative, not sorry, qualitative. Means info about the business, laptop, keyword, product name, category, order ID, order date. These are the under the dimensions, right? So it is qualitative data. Measures are quantitative, how much it is, how, see, what it, dimensions knows about what it is, category, product, laptop, all these under dimensions. It's quantitative data, right? It discusses about what it is. Now measures, qualitative data means how much it is, how much sales we can done, how much profit we can done last month. All these are quantitative data. I think you got my point, right? Yes. It describes information what it is. It describes information what how much it is. Okay. If you require, you can apply aggregations. Let's say in the dimensions. Now I can show one example is let's say these we can learn in the when I connect with the data. I mean Tableau with data. You can easily understand. On that time I can show these things. It requires you can apply aggregation. Measures fields always comes with the aggregation. You can keep in your mind this point. I'll discuss later. Already I told you, right? Dimensions also called as a master table. Measures also called as a transaction table. Diamonds contains primary key or non-numerical information. Already I told you, right? Dimensions, let's say here, contain unique information. How dimension table contain unique information? This dimension table have a I mean attached with the primary key. So in the primary with the primary key, we can maintain unique information only. In the dimension table, we don't have any duplicates. Okay, in measures table we have duplicates also, because in the dimension table lots of transactions, right? So in these transactions, don't worry, in dimension table contacted with the measure table, right? So we can maintain the unique information. This is under dimension modeling. We can learn on the dimension modeling how this data is aggregated in the different tables. Okay, don't worry about that. We can learn step by step. See, in dimension table, which way analyze the business already we can numerical information. Okay. Now we can connect with the data. Same data I can connect with Tableau. Right now I'll show you how it will work. Now, yeah, orders table, product table. Yeah. Okay. See, this is order table. This is product table. If you check here, yes, one sec. If you check here, green, this is blue, this is green, right? So, see, already we can discuss about measure, what are the measures, what are the dimensions, right? Here, if you check here, where it is, example, yeah, what I told you in the one more thing. How you can know in the Tableau, how can you know this is dimension, this is measure? Dimension color is like blue, and measure fields color is green. Here you can, these are the blues, blue, green, like dark. Okay, see, dimension we can find out like who which fields are in green color, blue color, that is those are the dimensions. Which fields are in green color, those are the measures. Okay, see, I can connect with the same data, right? See, orders, what in orders, customer ID, order ID, product ID, region, order, quantity we have, right? These are the order table. In product table, in the product table, we have category, product ID, product name, right? These is the two tables. These two tables we connect with the relationship. These the relationship and these are the things we can learn in later. Okay, don't worry. Just understanding the concept right now. Okay. See, now customer ID. What I told you, this is blue color. So customer ID is the dimension. So customer ID we have order date. We have this is also dimension. Okay. Product ID region. Which region? East 2023 East, South and West region. How much sales it is sales? If you check, yeah, yes. Say East region sales, one sec. If you know, see, in 2023, East region sales 250, 50 and 250. So you can know about the business, right? East region and West region in 2023 is good compared to South region, right? So here you can see this blue pill sales is a green color. So what it is? Measure. Order ID. This is dimension, region, dimension. Here you can check, tell me customer ID dimension, order date dimension, order ID dimension, product ID dimension, region dimension, quantity, what quantity measure, sales measure. These are the information which tell what it is, sorry, how much it is. These are the fields which tells about what it is. Okay, you can get my point, right? Green color measures, blue color dimensions. You can keep in your mind what these two, green versus blue. Okay, now already we can talk about dimensions versus measures, right? Now how the dimension behavior and measure behavior. So dimensions are always discrete and continuous. You can I can tell you about discrete versus continuous. Okay, don't worry about that. If you want to show information as a labels or headers, then keep that fields as a discrete. Always dimension fields is a discrete fields. Okay, so what is discrete? In discrete or distance, each value means each and every value will be dependent on the remaining, independent on the remaining values, not dependent. So see, if your east category not dependent on south, see, east, south, west, these are the dimension, right? Business information, these are the region information. After that we have category, product ID, we have, right, uh, product name, we have, see, laptop, keyboard, monitor, mouse, all these things we have, right? Yeah, laptop, keyboard, these are the dimensions, right? If you check discrete or distant value means each and every value will be independent of remaining values. These are not dependent. Always dimension values are not dependent on other values. Okay, other fields, let's say. Okay, in discrete values, you can value position. In discrete values, we can change value position. In discrete values, we can change here to here, here to here. We can change value position, right? Discrete values will be displayed from of the headers. This is the header. See, dimensions we can show on the headers. Measures we can show headers or labels. Measures we can show on the headers. Sorry, axis. See, if you want show information labels or headers, then keep that information as a discrete. These are the discrete fields. Okay, if you want to show information as axis or marks, that keep information on the continuous. These are the axis, right? This is x-axis and y-axis. This is, sorry, continuous field. Always dimension values are discrete or this is a discrete field. Always visualization continuous values always comes after the discrete values. See, after discrete values, these are the continuous values. Continuous values nothing but 150, 50. These are the values are I mean measures also called continuous. Always see, content values will appear green color in the form of aggregated way. See, the sales is there. When I drag here, it's already come sum of sales. This is aggregated. If without non-aggregated, how? Hmm, 1 second. Okay, we can tell. So always measures comes with aggregation. Dimensions comes with non-aggregate values. Okay. So when you ask the question in interview, you can tell these differences here. That's it. What is dimension? What is measure? These are the basic differences. And dimension behavior versus discrete. These are the basic differences. You can check with this example. You can relate about what is dimension, what is measure. Okay. Now we can learn master, what is master table, what is transaction table, what is dimension, what is measure, and discuss what is the continuous. In this video we can learn all these things, right? So I hope you understand in that topic. I can try as much as I what I can, but don't worry if you are not understand, just comment with us what you're not understanding. Just I can explain in another some, I can take another some example. You can learn the topic. So if you so if you understanding my concept easily, if you are able to learn what is dimension, what is transaction table, what is measure table, please hope give a one thumbs up symbol, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.